looking back at the old ballpark, Comiskey. The White Sox home from 1910 until 1990, the baseball palace of the world. Is that what they called it?
It is.
I've never heard
I've
that.
never heard that. I grew up on the South Side. Anyway, it hosted 4 World Series, over 6,000 ball games, along with pro boxing matches, NFL games, and concerts.
The book, Last Comiskey, takes a deep dive into the rich history and legacy of Comiskey. It's adapted from the 2023 documentary of the same name by Matt Flesch. Author Ken Smaller has photographed more than 2,500 stadiums worldwide and blogs about them all. He's with us this morning. How you doing? Welcome
Doing
back.
great. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
You know, I look at this, and there are so many. You've photographed 2,500 stadiums. You know the allure and the feeling you get from these classic old stadiums. There are not a lot left in baseball. I guess definitely in any sport, really. I mean, is that, to me, I always feel when I see that, it's something sports is missing sometimes, is that feel of nostalgia.
Yeah, you know, the history of the old ballparks and arenas just have a real different feeling than the modern ones, which feel so sanitized and corporate. There are just a few left in the United States. Sometimes you'll get an old college basketball arena or an old minor league ballpark that you can check out. But you don't get that anymore, and that's something that was lost when Comiskey Park was torn down. You don't have that feeling of Babe Ruth has played here, and the Chicago Cardinals played here, and all that great history.
Why did they tear that down? Was it just seating capacity? Was it in bad shape? I mean, they didn't try to preserve it at all?
Yeah, that's the $200 million question.
Yeah.
They didn't preserve anything. It's something I talk about in a presentation that I often do for groups, where they could have done a lot of things differently. It's a series of what-ifs that I talk about. You know, could they have preserved it? Could they have restored it? Could they have kept some element to the ballpark that people could at least see what it looked like they've done in Europe and in Canada with a lot of older ballparks and stadiums.
Do you think there's some regret, given the status they have right now with a ballpark and wanting to build a new ballpark? And you look at what the Cubs did with Wrigley and how they renovated it and they built up that neighborhood. Do you think they look back and say, man, we really should have done this a little bit differently?
Well, if you think about it, in 1994, a similar decision was made. So there must not have been at least immediate regret, because in Chicago Stadium was torn down. Similarly, we have no remnants left of that stadium, which had those great Greco-Roman reliefs. So I don't know if there was any regret. I certainly feel it every day since, for the last 35 years, that my kids can't see what it looked like, and baseball fans and just Chicago history buffs can't see this building that had so much significance for Chicago history.
The cell was very corporate, felt like a shopping mall kind of thing. But I think after that, weren't teams trying to build the vintage stadium? Like, I don't know if Candlestick, whatever they did in San Francisco, and a couple Baltimore, I think.
Camden Yards came out a year later. And interestingly, the architect behind Camden Yards was first given a design that was very similar to New Comiskey. And she decided, Janet Marie Smith, the architect, to go with a different direction and do the true retro ballpark, which became in vogue in the 1990s. And it's something that I think today we're all thinking about, because the White Sox are looking for a new park, the Bears, the Fire, even with Northwestern moving out of Ryan Field. We're looking at a whole new sort of set of ballparks and stadiums in Chicago, and wondering kind of what have we learned from the destruction of Comiskey Park and Chicago Stadium.
We were looking at some pictures. You photographed a bunch of different stadiums and a bunch of different sports. What's your favorite stadium that you've photographed?
One of the coolest things I've ever done is going to the World's Darts Championship recently in London. It sounds a little bit wild, but 3,500 people go every night for 17 sessions. They dress up in costumes. It is televised all over Europe. It's going to be coming to the States as well soon. It's at a place called Alexandra Palace in London, and it's just fascinating. So I like to go to unusual events throughout the world, baseball in Japan or lucha libre in Mexico City. I try to go to these unusual events, but it's a great way to really understand sports. And people is through their sports. You learn about the architecture, the personality, the food. And that's something I write about on my Stadium Vagabond blog. What is it like to go to these sporting events throughout the world and really experience a culture in a different way than just going to the sort of tourist sites of a particular place?
What do you find is the defining characteristic of American arenas and fields? Is it that commercialization and that sterilization? Is that the dominant factor?
I think it is, but it's also in Europe as well. And the soccer grounds in Europe are becoming much more commercialized. There's a dichotomy between some of the newer ones and the older ones. And that's something that you're seeing everywhere. They're a little bit more sanitized. You don't get the same kind of feel and flavor as you used to, like we were discussing before. But it's still a wonderful place to kind of understand a new city, a new country that you go to, and really experience that personality of the city through their sports.
I got to see this T-shirt.
Yeah, look
though.
at that.
It's Win
That's
and
very
Ugly '83.
Yeah, this is a retro shirt that I bring back. That's, Comiskey Park brings up a lot of happy memories for White Sox fans, and it's been a rough year. So I really encourage people who want to kind of live those good memories. The book is a great way to do it because it's a time travel back to happier times when the White Sox were drawing in fans, and there really was an energy and a pulse to the old ballpark.
Yeah.
So true.
It's something that I like to kind of give people and fans just that time travel back.
So great. Well, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate it, Ken. The book is Last Comiskey. And if you're, where are you going to be? Talking
Yeah, I've got
to
a couple events coming up. I'm doing a speaking engagement at Paterno's Pizza on Saturday at noon. I'm talking a little bit about what's happening in the stadium, sort of zeitgeist right now in Chicago, using Comiskey as a lesson. And then also at AU Sports, we're going to do a signing in Morton Grove this Saturday at 2. And the book's available at lastcomiskeybook.com. We're kind of avoiding the big booksellers right now, so check it out. It's a great Valentine's present for sports fans in your loving world.
Yeah.
So
very good. Well, thanks so much, Ken. Nice to meet you.
thanks for having me.
Thanks, Ken.